Hey Griffin, you're up first. So, hey everyone, a little bit about Griffin here today. Griffin walked onto our team on October 23rd of 2017, which is a bit of an odd time as we don't normally add kids in the fall, normally in the spring. I don't know what was in past Dan's head, but I do thank him wholeheartedly as we got to see Griffin compete in this great sport and make his way all the way to graduation. Griffin has been competing with us for the past 7 seasons, which would mean that he started competing at the age of 10 or 11, somewhere in there. And he joined the team with a bunch of little guys, and that could always be a tough sell. I can sympathize as I started competing at 12 years old. It's a little tough to be older with the lower levels being populated with kids that are 6 to 8 years old. But Griffin didn't flinch and persevered, which is more that I can say about myself. So everyone goes through this time in gymnastics where they want to quit. I did back in 8th grade, and that was a trying time. I don't recall a time where Griffin ever, at least verbally to me, said that I just want to stop for a bit. So I give him a lot of props. I give you a lot of props, Griffin, for persevering through the entire sport without losing too much momentum in your love for this amazing sport. Now, that doesn't mean that Griffin didn't hit some bumps in the road. Back in August of 2018, Griffin took a pretty nasty spill on his bike, not wearing his helmet. Everybody wear your helmet while you ride your bike. It was a pretty scary time as it wasn't initially apparent how much damage Griffin had done to himself. I remember bringing a bunch of gifts from the team into the hospital for Griffin. At least I think I did. I'm getting old. It's what's in my head. Seeing one of your gymnasts beat up and lying in a hospital bed is a terrifying experience, and luckily we know Griffin's condition was fine. He's standing here. Unfortunately, at the time, it wasn't fully apparent, and that's not always the case in these situations. We've had more than one athlete have to go to the hospital for various things, but Griffin, thank God you made your way out, and hopefully you've learned a small bit about wearing protective gear while you're biking. So, as we can see, standing here, Griffin recovered wonderfully. So much so that I almost forgot to add the little fall off his bike to this speech. It came to me last minute. Griffin didn't just do gymnastics, but actually thrived in it. His accolades include taking the state champion title this year at level 9, as well as second place at regionals. Great thing to do your final year. He was also able to pull off the illustrious 70 plus all around at states. Griffin also qualified for Eastern Championships in 2022, 2023, 2024. That's actually all of the years that the USA Gymnastics has been holding the Eastern's Men's Championships, so undefeated there. So we're here to celebrate that Griffin has accepted to Drexel, and that is a celebration in of itself for more than just being a senior. It started off a little hairy when Griffin was a freshman or 8th grade, somewhere around there. I remember his mother, Sally, contacting me very concerned about his grades, saying he wasn't getting his homework done, whether that be his choice or he was having time management issues with gymnastics. Then it was a little rough. I always had a policy to check when they're in high school, to check report cards. I should honestly get back to that. But I'm glad to see that Griffin picked it up enough to make it all the way to Drexel. We're super proud of you on that one. Another place where falling into a rut and complacency can get you in trouble is in the gym. And that is our level 7 JD area. Griffin moved into JD, which became level 7. And in that spot, it's a great spot for intro to optionals, but it is not a great spot to just hang out in. I like people to get out of that level after a bit, but there's a lot of people that find their success and then just want to stay there in that level because they can continue to find success with easier rules, and they don't want to take up the challenge of harder gymnastics. And Griffin, I'm super proud of you for not only pushing through those levels, and I'm not saying level 7 is bad by any means, it's a great intro, but we as coaches want to see you continue to progress, and you did. You challenged yourself to become a level 9, and look at all the accolades that you've gotten for being in that level, which I said before. So Griffin, great job on pushing yourself super hard, because you only get one shot at this sport. Years from now, when you wish you could do it again, you can't. You can come back in the gym and you can play around, but you can't do that competitive aspect anymore. So you made the right choice in pushing yourself hard, making sure you don't stay in that easy level, and challenge yourself to become an even better gymnast. So at the end of the day, between your gymnastic success and your scholastic success, we are super proud of you, Griffin. You're leaving this team with a Griffin-sized hole that we're not going to be able to fill. We can't wait to hear about your continued success stories when you come back to visit us from college. You're not very far, so I'm expecting lots of visits. Buddy, you will be missed, and I hope you have a great time in college.